Aloha, it's Jason from Hawaii. If you are checking out my interview with James Aquilone about his latest Kickstarter, first off, I want to say thank you very much. And two, I just wanted to give you a heads up that during this interview, we had audio issues. And I'm sorry about that. James did offer to come back to do another interview, but I declined and decided to post this interview as is. And the reason basically was just time. We both me and James, we both have busy schedules, and the campaign was only going to be for 3 weeks. And, again, it's just, it was just going to just be hard to try to figure out to reschedule another interview. So again, I'm just posting this as is. I just want to let you guys know before you check out this interview. And please also check out James's latest Kickstarter. Now, it should be live when this interview episode airs, and it's supposed to end, I believe, during the week of September 22nd. So listeners, again, thank you very much for listening to our interviews and our podcast. Thank you for your patience and your support. And right now, let's get on with the interview. Aloha, it's Jason from Hawaii. Welcome to a special edition of the Comics for Fun and Profit podcast. In this episode, I will be interviewing a friend of the show, Bram Stoker winner James Aquilone. Now, he is here to promote his latest Kickstarter, Monstrous Magazine number 3. Now, when this interview is released, the campaign will be live. And I'm sorry, and James, I forgot to ask you actually, when will the campaign end? Because the campaign will be live on September 2nd, but when will it end?
Okay, a little over 3 weeks after fourth.
So,
Yeah, whatever that Thursday is, 3 weeks after
no. So we're looking probably, I
23rd.
think like let's see. September, about probably about September 25th, I think about there. Well, anyway, listeners,
Okay, then.
listeners, yeah,
It-
um, we're gonna be doing so just check the campaign page when it ends, but it's gonna start on September 2nd, and then it's gonna last for about 3 weeks. So probably, yeah, like I said, it probably be on the September 25th or something like that. So again, check the campaign page. All right. So James, welcome back to the Comics for Fun and Profit podcast. How are you doing today?
Hey, my internet holds up because now I'm working off my cell phone, so we might freeze at any
That's
moment.
that's fine, James. So listeners, yeah, we just real briefly, we're having little technical difficulties this morning. I was telling James, it's been a while since I did an interview on Zoom. I opened up Zoom and it's a whole different format. And yeah, and as James mentioned, he's going off on his cell phone. So, but you know what? Just guys, just sit back, relax. We're going to have fun in this episode because you know James has been been a friend of the podcast for so long that it's great to have him back. We're going to have a lot of fun on the show. All right, James, I'm just going to start off. Let's just jump right in. Monstrous Magazines. For our listeners, give us a background story on how you created Monstrous Magazine.
I love magazines, and I love the idea of the magazine being like half magazine, half comic.
Hmm.
Like they used to do, like the old Conan comics,
Yes.
Conan magazine, right?
Yes.
Have the comics, and then you have articles, and it was done. Well, what gave me the excuse to do it was through the Kickstarters. It was like I said, I can do a small magazine and do that as an add-on.
Yes.
So the idea was then to do an issue of the magazine as an add-on to another campaign,
Hmm.
right? So, uh, and then I was doing it in digest size to print. So it was initially thought of like, let's just do it as like an add-on. Every time I do a campaign, I'll do an issue of the magazine, and that'll be. So then as we go with different campaigns, we'll build up, the magazine that way. And so now we kind of threw out that plan,
Hmm.
and we issue 3 because now for the first time we're doing a Kickstarter on its own
Yes.
for Monstrous.
So, listeners, I know James was kind of freezing up a little bit. I'm just going to kind of recap because already he's released two digest-sized monstrous magazines. And James, correct me if I'm wrong. If people want these first two issues, I think the first issue has to do with the classic Universal monsters, and the second issue, the theme of that one had to deal with time traveling because you and Woodward did a comic book story called The
Okay.
Morlocks. It's beautifully drawn, and it's
Yeah.
yes. Um, and also, listeners, if you love time traveling stories and so forth, in issue 2, there's an interview with Malcolm McDowell because Malcolm McDowell did an interview for that issue, and he played H.G. Wells in the movie Time After Time.
Yes.
So that I that was great. Okay, um, let's see. I want to so okay, so um, the theme for this third issue, this standalone Kickstarter Monstrous magazine issue. What is the theme for this issue?
The theme now is Kaiju and Godzilla. Because right now we're in his 70th
Mm-hmm.
anniversary, and there's been a lot of Godzilla stuff. So I thought this would be an awesome time to do a
Yes.
kaiju issue. I wanted to do something like that, a kaiju themed book or anthology for a
Mm-hmm.
long time. So I said, all right, this is a good time to do it. So
Uh,
this is gonna be a lot of fun.
oh man, yes. And then I'm going to say, because I know I can't remember if I already if you already mentioned this already, but the first two Monstrous magazines were digest size, which I love. But this format, you haven't. There's a different format for this issue. You want to tell the listeners what it's the format's about, the format size and everything?
Yeah, so now we're full size. It's 8.5 by 11
Mm-hmm.
inches,
All right.
big
So,
as any other magazine out there.
yeah.
Uh, and we also go back and we're gonna enlarge the other two issues. So the other two issues we're gonna have copies of them at 8.5 by 11 inches as well.
Oh, it's gonna be nice. Um, but I'm gonna say that's really nice. But I still have my Monstrous magazine number one, the digest size. I love that size. Um, because it kind of reminds me of.
I do love that size.
Mhm.
Yeah, the old pulps used to be digest size.
Yes, yeah. And you know what it also kind of reminds me of too, because the quality of the magazine is very good. That digest side was because I used to subscribe to the official Star Trek fan club magazine. It was like and it was well made and everything. It was a nice little digest size. It was just so unique. But it's so great though. Okay, but I'm also looking forward to this issue too. The issue 3 for the kaiju theme issue. All right, thank you for sending me some preview pages. Now, the first comic book story in this issue. You want to tell our listeners what it's about?
We're gonna have at least two. We might have three
Oh, good.
comics in here. Two definitely. So the first is gonna be well, the big one is Konga versus Gorgo.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so those were two movies in the 60s which were basically cheap ripoffs of King Kong and
Yeah,
Godzilla.
yeah.
Uh, so they're in the public domain. The comics were in the public domain. They were before the movies came out in the early 60s, they came out as comics. They were the Charlton Comics.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And a year before the movie came out. But something happened. They screwed up. Charlton screwed up, and they went into the public domain, the comics, which is why we can do it.
Mm-hmm.
So and there have been Konga and Gorgo comics since.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be a really cool idea to do like a new comic and do a Gorgo versus Konga
Yes.
comic. So that's the first one that I wrote, and we
Mm.
got Dave Swartz did the art, and it's really awesome. So yeah, so it's the whole, we got our fake Godzilla versus our fake King Kong,
Mm-hmm.
and it takes place in Hawaii, so we kind of destroy Hawaii a little bit. So
I just
I thought that made sense, right? Since we need an island, and we have and I wanted to make it more Americanized versions of the kaiju.
that's that. I'm gonna say that's so cool. That is pretty cool. So, couple things. First off, um, Konga and Gorgo. this is the first time that they've met, right? In a comic book. This is the first time that they fought each other, right?
I think so
Okay.
because the movies they were the two separate movies.
Yeah.
They never met in the movies. They were only the one movie each.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they ever did. I don't think they ever met in a comic. So I
Mm-hmm.
think this is the first time. So I thought that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I mean because what when was it? You had Kong versus Godzilla, which I
Yes.
think came out around the same time.
Yes.
I think like the early 60s.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that would make sense to do that. So
Yeah.
we did.
Oh, but that's so cool. And then I think also too, like for new comic book readers who are going to be who are going to be introduced to Konga and um Gorgo, um because in one of the preview pages, it kind of sort of like went over Konga's origin story. Which
Hmm.
is, yeah. So that was because I just read a little bit about Konga, and you want to tell the listeners like what's a little bit of his origin story?
Well, we pretty much stick to the movie, although we changed the characters.
Yeah.
But it's basically this crazy scientist who creates like a growth serum.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to make everything big.
Yeah.
So he injects well in the movie he injects a chimpanzee,
Yes.
and for some reason they think that like if you make the chimpanzee bigger, he becomes an ape.
Yeah.
So he's not just a bigger chimpanzee; he's actually a whole other
Yeah.
species. So, so, so and here we start with like a little chimp, and then they keep injecting it, the poor thing, with the serum until he's at least 50 feet, and he's crazed and wild and goes on a rampage.
Oh, but James, like you read my email, you got my money already. It's just I saw that you know Konga, Gorgo, Hawaii. You got my money already. So that's I can't I can't wait to read that story. All right. So the next comic book story. What's the second comic book story about?
Well, the second's an original kaiju that I came up with named MegaSquatch. So
Yes.
MegaSquatch is a giant. I wanted to come out because the kaiju is Japanese, right?
Yes.
They didn't really invent it. Really, they really kind of took it from King Kong, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
King Kong was really the first kaiju, and then then so it's kind of an American thing.
Hmm.
So there's never really and Kong isn't really from America either, right? He's from
Yeah.
Skull Island.
Hmm.
So I wanted an American kaiju, and it's like, what's the most American, like, creature?
Yes.
So it's like Bigfoot,
Yeah.
Sasquatch, right?
Yeah.
Why don't we make him a kaiju? So we
Hmm.
make Sasquatch, 50 feet, a
Yes.
kaiju, and he's Mega Squatch now. So yeah.
That's that is so cool. I think it's great. And then who's the artist on that story?
That's EV Cantanza.
Mm-hmm.
Done a bunch of stuff for us already. He did the Joe Ledger graphic novel, which is coming out very soon. That's done. So,
Okay.
and I'm just printing that up, but the digital book will be out. That's the Jonathan Mayberry graphic novel. We did a campaign for that last year, and that's
Yes.
finally done. He did that, and EV also did a story in Darkest Depths
Oh yeah.
graphic novel, and he's done covers for us for Dr. Omega and stuff. So he's great.
Oh that.
So yeah, he's doing the art
Mm-hmm.
on Mega Squatch, and usually we have Zac Atkinson assist. He
Mm-hmm.
does some gray tones. Uh, he did the gray tones on the Konga versus Gorgo
Oh
story.
yeah. Um.
I'm not sure if he's doing it on Mega Squatch. We'll have to see what he. But yeah, and then Tom Napolitano usually is the letterer.
Oh.
He's lettering. He's lettering the first two pages for Konga versus Gorgo. And the magazine's black and white, so it's all black and white magazine.
And then, like you said, it's kind of like and you still keep it in the tradition of, like you said, those old Conan magazines from Marvel, or like oh, you got to refresh my memory because like there was like I think like another publisher, like back in the late 70s, early 80s, they were all releasing these black and white
Oh yeah, you had like creepy and eerie. You
yes, you know.
know,
But yeah. So
well, I think what the thing was at the time, I don't think they necessarily wanted to do a magazine like
mhm.
for Conan, but if you did a magazine, that was a way around the comics code.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So Conan, which is which can be a little more like R-rated,
Yes.
R-rated. If they did a Conan magazine, they wouldn't have to deal with the comics code going for comics. So then they they didn't have to censor it.
Yeah, that's right. No, that's right. You know, that's right. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna move on, James. Also in this issue, because like with your monstrous magazines, you have like short stories included, even articles. Um, and now in this issue, you also have author Greg Cox. Now he did a novelization of the 2014 Godzilla movie, and he's also the famous Star Trek writer. He wrote several Star Trek novels. Now,
Yes,
I'm gonna
yeah,
ask,
he does a ton of Star Trek stuff.
yes, and how did you get him to join the to come aboard on this issue?
We're Facebook friends, so I kind of knew him before. So I think this might be the first thing we've done. I might be wrong,
Oh,
but
I think no, I think you're right. Yeah.
I think so because. But I've wanted to work with him. I think you know what? I think I've invited him to a few other things, and he doesn't have the time to do it. But I did
Mhm.
invite him to like a cult check thing, and he just didn't have the time to do it.
Yes.
So I didn't invite him. So, but this is the first time he's actually that he was, he did a novelization of Godzilla,
Yeah.
right? So I was like, that's perfect. And so I went to him, and he had this really cool. He has this really cool idea too for a kaiju, which is really unusual. It's a mummy
Hmm.
who's like but on like or in Mars or something. It's on space. It's like on a like a space station or
Hmm.
something. And so he's kind of unleashed this giant mummy. So I was like, that sounds really awesome. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that story.
Yeah, that's great.
Alien mummy. I don't think that's been done before.
No, I no, it hasn't. And like you said, the setting is it's it's in space. That's something very that's kind of because it originates in space, and that's where and the story takes place in space, and I think that's great.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
you
space
all
kaiju.
yeah. Um Now you also have Chris Stock Wyatt contributing an article. Now, I'm going to ask for, can you tell us, our listeners, what Stock's article going to focus on?
I, I think I missed that. That was breaking up a little
Oh
bit.
no, sorry. So like, I know Chris Stock Wyatt is contributing an article to the magazine. Yeah, so the thing is, you know, what's the focus? What's the feature on his article? What's the subject that he's going to be talking about?
Well, he's gonna be doing an article on Godzilla toys. He's
Yes.
also co-owner of Wandering Planet Toys.
Yes.
They put out the Prisoner action figures. And they just did Laurel and Hardy
That's right.
figures, which are really cool too. Uh,
Yes.
so
Yeah, because
so they do a lot of stuff, and he's also a comic book writer and a TV writer.
hmm
So I said, all right, I'd love to have something with the Godzilla toys because Godzilla toys, the toys are a really big part of Godzilla, and
yes.
I got a bunch of those figures too. So I think that'd be cool for him to do that. So that's one of the a bunch of,
Oh, sorry, James, you were breaking up.
you
So.
know
hmm
also a lot of Godzilla stuff. Uh,
hmm
So yeah, so that's one of the articles we have. We have about I think we have about 4 or 5 articles.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm going to ask, are you able to talk about any of those, or should we just let the listeners just, you know, just pick up the magazine, just look through it?
Wait, I missed that.
No, no.
Sorry.
And so, no, that's no problem. So, like you said, there's going to be a couple more articles. Do you want would you like to
Oh,
mention those articles, or you want listeners to just, no, man, we want to be a little surprise for them.
I'm not sure what we revealed, but I think we're also going to have we can also have a Godzilla, like a kind of a history of Godzilla
Hmm.
for the 70th anniversary. Another being like kind of like an introduction to various different kaiju.
Oh, yes.
Um, and I think we'll have like a piece about Gorgo and Konga, a little
Mm-hmm.
piece about like their history.
Oh,
And who knows? We'll probably add some more stuff to it. I think that's what we have. What we've already revealed. What I can reveal.
okay. All right. I'm gonna start. How about let's start talking about the reward tiers. Like, um, what do you have like planned for the campaign for reward tiers?
So we have the 3 covers. We have a MegaSquatch cover.
Mm-hmm.
We have a Konga versus Gorgo cover. I'm gonna have a limited edition Godzilla cover. We have a cool image from the original 1954 movie.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Um, and we have
Oh, sorry, James, you broke up. I heard about
the first 2 issues and reprint that. Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that's right. Yes. Yeah, you guys are reprinting the first two issues. Yeah. So, and then
So I'm taking the comics. I'm kind of compiled the comics from the first 2 issues and put them and make them into a comic book.
oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, so they're doing the Rise of the Morlocks story
Yes.
and my Dead Jack story, and then it'll be a 32-page floppy comic, regular size comic.
Oh, that's gonna be nice. That, yeah, that's gonna be nice. And then of course you're gonna have like digital bundles too, of course, right?
We'll have print, we'll have digital,
Hmm.
we'll probably have a Mega Squatch t-shirt.
Oh, yes.
Oh, and I just got the proofs back. We're going to be doing a Konga Gorgo coin,
Oh, that's
like
nice.
a Kolchak coin. We'll do like
Hmm.
a nice heavy coin with Konga on one side and Gorgo and the on the other.
Hmm.
Uh, so I think, and then we're gonna have this really cool print of this original kaiju design. Now, I don't even want to say his name
No,
because
no, don't.
I'll
Yeah.
but you can look it up. We'll have a print. Um, yeah, anyway, and then I got to figure out what else we can do, but that's probably like the main rewards. And you'll probably be able to get like older stuff
Mm-hmm.
that, that we put out.
Okay, all right. Now, James, I've always asked this question every time, whenever we talk about, the campaign and everything. Now, let's say if someone misses out on this campaign, and after all the fulfillment has been completed, um, will listeners get a chance to pick this up from the Monstrous Books and Crystal Lake Publishing website?
Well, this is just Monstrous. It's not Crystal Lake.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so just from the Monstrous website.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping it's going to be in comic shops too, because we have distribution now.
Oh, that's
We will
nice.
be able to get into comic book shops and even bookstores. So I have distribution to bookstores too, or should be.
Oh, that's
So
gonna.
hopefully that'll be you could get you can we will be able to get in the store. But if anything, they should be available also on my website and Amazon and
Hmm.
that way, you know.
Oh, and then all and correct me if I'm wrong, listeners, like the Monstrous Books website, please check that out. Because you now James gotta correct me on this, is that you have the like you have I think the some Kolchak's stuffs on there, correct? Um and your
Hmm.
anthology novels of Monsters Unleashed, Shakespeare Unleashed. And like I said, correct me if I'm wrong, or add anything if I missed anything too.
No, that's yeah. We just finished the Darkest Depths campaign just ended like maybe a month ago,
Yes.
and we're already well into that. And then earlier this year, we did the second issue of Doctor Omega.
Mm-hmm.
That's nearing completion. The Kolchak meets the Classic Monsters is almost done. We had the first two issues are done and printed, and right now, actually, I just got the layouts for issue three with that written by Rodney Barnes. And actually, we had to change the artist because the script came in late, and we
Mm.
lost the availability of the original artist. So we got Justin Mason is doing Rodney's story. Justin Mason, who does Spider-Punk,
Oh, okay.
who's just he did the new the Thing
Mm-hmm.
series for Marvel.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
he just finished the Thing, the fourth issue, and then he moved on to Kolchak meets Dracula by Rodney.
Wow.
So once that's done, then I can start sending everything out. And so we're going to be very busy
Yes.
at the end of the year.
You know, because yes, I know. Yeah, because it's like because it's yeah, because because I want to say I think you got to correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the third time this year that we're like doing an interview? I can't remember.
Yes, the third. Yeah, so I'm trying to do more campaigns a year.
Yeah.
There might be another one. Most likely there will be at the end of this year. So four.
Wow. All right. I'm slowly wrapping things up. What was the one thing that you love working on this particular Monstrous magazine issue? What's the thing that you love the most about doing this one?
It was really cool just to create new kaiju and just do kaiju comics. That's really it's a really fun. I mean, they're fun, they're fun movies to watch,
Yes.
so it's
Hmm.
really fun to also create them and have them rampaging through whatever,
Hmm.
town or island and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that we kind of create a little, kaiju verse and we do a more MegaSquatch and Konga versus Gorgo. I mean, eventually, we're gonna have, MegaSquatch, versus Konga and Gorgo, and
Oh,
we'll go the whole like the whole route with it. So I
you,
mean, that'd be really fun to have a whole other monster verse to kind of play around with.
but that'd be cool because I think because like you already mentioned, Konga and uh, Gorgo are in public domain, and it's kind of nice to reintroduce them back, to new readers because again, like like with me, it's like I heard the names, but I didn't even know that there were comics. I know there are
Yeah.
that at least I know Konga there was a movie, but it's also kind of nice that you're bringing them back to the public eye and go, hey, Godzilla and King Kong are not the only two kaijus that are out there. There's these other ones that
Yeah.
you know, and it's gonna be nice that you're gonna create your own little monster universe. That is so cool. You know. All right. Favorite Godzilla or kaiju movie?
Well, I mean, for Godzilla, yeah, I gotta go with the original.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The original was actually really well done. It was legitimately scary.
Mm-hmm.
It gets increasingly more ridiculous, but that's the fun of the Godzilla movies.
Yeah.
But they get crazier and crazier. There was none of that kind of because then it kind of turns into like professional wrestling.
Yes. Yes.
Like Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla, and it's like, he's just like body slamming people and stuff like that. And so it's a whole different vibe later on
Yes.
than the original. It's kind
Yeah.
of like the Halloween movies. The first Halloween movie is like really well done. It's a really good movie. And then, I'm talking about the original run of Halloween, and then it kind of got really bad. And then it got a little bit better, and then, but usually it's like that first movie. It's like it's. I mean, because if the first movie's not well done, then you wouldn't have the rest of the franchise.
Yes, that's true. But no, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's like it's you know it's that initial movie that's per it it's they because because when they make these movies, I'm sure they're not going, okay, we've already planned our sequel, we're gonna bring in this.
Yeah.
It's just no, we put everything in this is the story we want to tell. And then all of a sudden it's like, how much money do we make? Can we make more?
Yeah, because that is the problem, especially with the earlier movies, that they didn't plan on sequels, so they
Yeah.
weren't considering. So that's why you get these kind of weird, kind of continuity, because then they got to try to figure out how do we keep making this movie over and over and over again.
Yes.
Technically, it's not the same Godzilla, right? Because the first Godzilla he dies, and then the second it's a new Godzilla.
Yes.
Right? So although I don't know how I don't know if it's supposed to be a new Godzilla every time, or if it continued from the second one, if he's the Godzilla that we're saying. I don't know. Because then he gets much bigger too over
Yeah,
time.
that's right. That's right.
Well, I went with 50 feet,
Hmm.
not like crazy, because 50 feet is what King Kong what originally was supposed to be. The original King Kong, he's supposed to be 50 feet. And
Uh-huh.
I think Godzilla in the original was maybe he's probably bigger than 50 feet,
Yeah.
but
Hmm.
he's not like maybe like now he's like over like 300 feet. It's now he's bigger than like a skyscraper.
Yes, yeah.
So he just kept getting bigger and bigger, and then it becomes insane. And people really they really dwarfed in it. So I want to, like, with MegaSquatch, I want him to be not that big. I want to, because one of the things I wanted when he kills people, because like Godzilla, it's like very impersonal, because he's so big and he's like walks and he'll stomp on somebody,
Yes. Hmm.
With MegaSquatch, I wanted to be kind of like personal, where he'll
Yes.
pick somebody up and he'll like pull off their limbs one by one, that type of thing, and you know. So I wanted it not to be too big, that he's kind of like just it was kind of like, oh, he could just like sweep his tail and then whack, he knocks out a whole building and he doesn't even realize it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Now sorry, I'm gonna slowly wrap things up because I don't want to keep you too long. You've mentioned that you've got a few Godzilla action figures. Um, like any favorite ones that you have right now?
I got this. I was just at a con and I got this like cool mask,
I'm sorry, you said a cool
which is
mask?
really cool.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a Godzilla mask. It's kind of like the old Halloween mask,
yeah.
but cooler.
Oh,
So that was cool. And I have a couple of Mecha Godzilla like little figures and Godzilla. The thing is, I've been really like on a crazy kick on eBay.
mm-hmm.
Just buying tons of stuff. So I've been like filling up my basement because I finally got my basement fixed up. So I've been got into trading cards too. So
Oh my
I just keep
God.
adding and adding to it. But the Godzilla stuff is really cool. So I have to get
Yes.
big. I like the movies. I'm probably gonna get bigger and bigger
Hmm.
Godzilla. I just
Oh. All right, James, I'm gonna wrap this up. Last question. Any closing words to our listeners?
well, check out our campaign, which I don't know when this is airing, so it might already be live, but I think
Hmm.
this is gonna be real. It's gonna be packed. It's gonna be packed with a lot of art,
Hmm.
besides the comic book art. Um, like most of my campaigns, it just gets bigger and bigger, or like a kaiju gets bigger and bigger. So it'll probably be way bigger than what we even promised. about it, so it'll probably be like 200 pages, who knows. Uh, but
Hmm.
yeah, we're gonna have a lot of cool stuff, and I think we're gonna start after this one, so which might be even bigger. So I mean, we the plan, we've been working on that one too, so it's gonna be a huge push to the end of the year. Plus, I'm working on a bunch of other people's Kickstarters too. We're working on the Matt Wagner, Kelly Jones, Dracula
Oh my
3, uh,
God.
and that's coming out in October.
Hmm. So,
Although some we might have a Kolchak surprise too.
oh, that's gonna be nice.
So
That,
I'll probably be talking to you again in a couple of weeks.
that's fine. That's fine. All right.
Yeah.
So James, just again, mahalo. Thank you for giving me another opportunity to interview you. I wish you all the success for, this Kickstarter, the Monstrous magazine, issue number 3, the Kaiju special. Um, Again, listeners, I'm going to say thank you very much for staying with us. I'm sorry, I know our audio was kind of going in and out, but just thank you very much. I'm going to encourage you, if you are like, if you are a huge, and no pun intended, kaiju fan, when this interview is when we release this interview, this campaign is going to be live, and again, just check the Kickstarter webpage because it's supposed to end in probably, I think, like towards the end of September. So just check out the when it ends. So, and if you love these, if you remember those old black and white anthology magazines, you know, check out this Kickstarter. Please check out Monstrous Kickstarter. I've, James already knows he's already got my money. I can't give it to him until the campaign starts. So, and James, I'm being serious. Now, listeners, if you have a friend or a family member who loves these anthologies magazines, please consider picking up an extra copy and giving it to them as a gift. I want to thank Drew, the host of Comics for Fun and Profit, for putting this episode together. Drew, thank you very much for all your hard work behind the scenes. And if you are a new listener, please check out new episodes of Comics for Fun and Profit that comes out every Saturday. And I want to thank you, the listeners. Again, thank you very much for sticking with us through this episode. Until next time, guys, aloha.
I found something in the back room, something that would change it all. Paper bound with ink and doom, ancient tales that make me crawl. Turn the page, turn the page, turn the page, turn the page. Monstrous rises from the depths, every page a battle cry. Kaiju crushing all that's left, in these pages giants die. Monstrous, monstrous, Colossus from the crater waits behind the cover, sealed in fate. Turn the page, turn the page.